My name is Luigi Caranti. I am a professor of political philosophy at the University of Catania. I am here at Belo Horizonte at the Universidade Federal de Minas Gerais because of a secondment within a project that is called Kant in South America, of which I am the scientific responsible. And I was here for 3 months, have been here for 3 months, and I will stay a little bit more, and then I will go back to my home university. Well, they asked me to talk about the internationalization of philosophy, which I take it to mean the ways in which research in philosophy in different countries can be coordinated, put together, and enhanced through collaboration of different researchers. In addition, I've been asked to talk about this project, Kant in South America, as a success story of the way in which you can internationalize philosophy. In fact, what I'm going to describe tomorrow at the event is mainly how we moved from an informal network of scholars, researchers who had known each other for quite a while, to a more established, institutionalized, and most of all funded network through the help of the European Union, and in particular through the scheme called Marie Curie RISE, which stands for Research and Innovation Staff Exchange. So it's a success story because together with Brazilian colleagues that had been already contacting me for quite a while and inviting me to Brazil to give lectures on Kant, we decided to drop this application last year for this Marie Curie grant, and likely enough we got the fellowship, which is going to fund our communal research plans for the upcoming 4 years. Well, right now 3 years have left because we are at the end of the first one. As I already said, the project focuses on Kant, and in particular the idea is to know more about the results of Brazilian and Argentinian Kant scholarship that has been booming in the last 20 years, both in quantity and in quality. The expectation is that through the interaction between us, European scholars, and Southern American scholars, we will both benefit. We have a plan of secondments, as they are called in the bureaucratic jargon of Brussels, that is, periods of studies that each researcher is supposed to make abroad, so Europeans going to South America and Southern Americans going to Europe. In the first 2 years of the project, we Europeans, we will be coming here to South America. That's why I'm here right now. And in the second half, Southern American researchers will be going to Europe. There are 8 universities involved, 4 in South America, 4 in Europe, and these are starting from the Southern American side, the Universidade Federal de Minas Gerais, where I am now, the Universidad Federal de Santa Catarina, the Universidad de Buenos Aires, and CONICET. From the European side, besides the University of Catania, that is the coordinator, we have Martin Luther Universität Halle-Wittenberg, University of Lisbon, and the London School of Economics. So what I'm going to say in a little bit more detail tomorrow, I guess, is how different groups of scholars, not necessarily related to Kant or experts in Kant, can use this scheme of the Marie Curie grant for internationalize their research in philosophy, because I'm sure that colleagues here have plenty of relations with European universities and colleagues who are expert in their own fields of specialization, Hegel, Habermas, Aristotle, Plato, what have you, and they can do something similar to what we have done, which will greatly enhance their ability to exchange research results, experiences, best practices, actually not only at the scientific level but also at the administrative level, because this scheme in particular allows also for the exchange of administrative personnel. So that's pretty much what I'm going to focus on tomorrow. I was fortunate enough to attract a lot of attention from not only Southern American scholars but also European scholars on my book that came out in 2017 called Kant's Political Legacy, Human Rights, Peace and Progress. It's a book about the, as the title suggests, the legacy of Kant's political philosophy, in particular for our contemporary world. I focused on three main themes: the way in which Kant can help us to understand better human rights, and in particular why they are supposed to have normative force. So in the philosophical jargon, I focus on the question of the foundation of human rights, and I do it from a Kantian perspective, although with substantial departures from Kant's orthodoxy. In the second part, I give my own reading of Kant's model of peace, or Kant's, if you want, recipe to improve the condition of international relations and to bring them closer to a stable peace. And I do that by highlighting the, in my opinion, substantial difference between Kant's model and the research program in the social sciences that in the last 30 years has, in a certain sense, made Kant's model of peace known well beyond the circle of Kant specialists. This research program is called the Democratic or Liberal Peace. So started by Michael Doyle in the early 80s. The idea is to find empirical support to Kant's model of peace, and my opinion has been that in this procedure, independently of its great merits that I have no intention to deny or downplay, the model has changed. The original model of Kant has changed dramatically and has become something very different in the hands of democratic peace scholars. So what I do in the second part of the book is to compare the two models and then assess them and say that from a purely normative point of view, which in this case means which of the two models seem to provide a more credible set of indications on what we should do to reach perpetual peace, it seems to me that Kant's original model is far better than the model of democratic or liberal peace. Then in the third and last part of the book, I focus on one of the most controversial, if you want, speculative part of Kant's entire philosophy, not just political philosophy, and that has to do with his view of progress. I focus on what Kant himself calls the idea that there is a guarantee of perpetual peace. That is, that nature, in a certain way, is so organized that even if we do our worst to remove or decrease our chances to reach perpetual peace, certain natural mechanism will fix things in such a way that progress is guaranteed. Now, this has appeared and still appears to many as a piece of naive enlightenment, optimism, faith on reason, faith on the possibility of improvement, and the usual strategy by scholars sympathetic to Kant's thought has been to say that this progressive view of history is merely meant to remove possible alibis that would make our efforts towards a more peaceful world not necessary, and therefore a condition of passivity and lack of political initiative more excusable from a moral point of view. So the strategy, the usual strategy, is to say that this view of progress that Kant has no theoretical significance, that was meant to be not a prediction about the evolution, the future evolution of human affairs, but simply a practical strategy to remove those alibis and so on and so forth. I try to say that this is not the right way of reading perpetual peace in general and this part of Kant's work, and I attempt something quite difficult, which is to show that there is a theoretical significance that Kant really meant to show that the world is so structured that, let's put it in probabilistic terms, evolution towards perpetual peace is more likely than any other evolution, be that stagnation, so things remain always the same, or regress, that is, that the world will become less and less secure, more and more war prone than in the past. I mean, that's a huge issue, and it's clearly part of a direction in political affairs that goes well beyond Brazil, as you know. As usually, Italy is at the at the lead of evolution towards less than desirable results. We have populism at the government right now in Italy, and then there was Trump. I mean, Trump came before, but we had some premonitions of Trumps in Italy well before Trump took place. And then there was Bolsonaro. I mean, what can I say about it? Besides the fact that I don't like at all this evolution, I think that what we need is a serious analysis of why populism has become so popular. And I haven't heard any convincing story about how it happened, that established democracies, that after so many years of peace and stability in Europe, now the very existence of the European Union has come to being an open question.